love that music.
Like you're gonna be doing. You're gonna catch her every time doing that, huh?
I know. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? It is hump day.
It is hump day. It is another hump.
Oh yeah, it's definitely hump day, but it's been a busy week in the news, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Keith, where are you?
Where did Keith go? Where'd you go, Keith?
What, you see me?
Yeah, we see you. Where you?
Oh,
no,
where you at?
I'm on the island.
I see a beach behind you with some boats and stuff like that.
Yeah, look at you.
What is going on?
All fancy
Welcome
and stuff.
in,
You left us
everybody.
over here.
I know. Welcome into across the way from the Port of Martinique.
We are from Martinique. I mean,
we need to do some exercise in across the way.
See, one thing I realized about Martinique, that they make decent money down there.
They really do.
Which you will all hear shortly when it comes over here. But that's because they're part of France. So just from doing the research, it looks like they might be like a similar port like Bermuda.
Okay.
Because obviously they're part of a country like France is part of England. So I'm assuming obviously everything gets imported there. So things are probably going to be a little bit pricey over there to buy stuff. That's why I'm assuming that port's going to be very similar to
that's pretty cool.
Bill.
Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. First in, Angie, whatever floats your boat. Thank you so much for being here, Angie. Hello, M. Hi, PK Adventure. How you guys doing? Escapade with Jeff D is here. We have a new subscriber, Travel Cake Trips. Thank you so much for being here. Mel.
Thank you for coming in.
Hello, Mr. Warmstrong. I was watching you the other day. You got some good stuff out there.
He's going on a cruise soon. I think 9 days.
Something like that. Yeah, I was watching him. He did a couple of lives and things like that. So it was really nice. If you have a channel, drop your link. I'm sorry, Keith. If you have your channel, drop your link at TWT. Go ahead, Keith.
You know who's on it? I forgot the name of the channel. The husband and wife, the tall ones. What were the names?
DJ?
Yeah, I just saw it on my Facebook. They're like on a 130-day cruise.
They are on a 133-day Holland America cruise.
Yeah, I just saw it. I was like, oh my God.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I'm like,
those are my favorite. Those are among my favorite vloggers. Yeah.
I know.
No, I it's funny. I actually saw them in person.
Okay.
But I never got a chance to talk to them because they walked past me while I was sitting in the dining room. And I was like, I don't go out to. I won't say anything to people in the dining room because you're going to eat.
Yeah,
I'm going to eat. I'm hungry. I don't want to be bothered. That's just how I am. But I saw them and I'm like, wow, that's all. I mean, I'm tall.
They are very tall.
I'm 6'4". I think he's like 6'5", 6'6". He's like slightly taller than me, and she's like slightly shorter than me. And the three of us stand there, and if my wife was wall next to us, she would feel so short because
you would be like
my wife is like 5'3".
All
right. Well, guys, really quickly, I just want to for those of you that are on the Traveling with Tinkerbell site, I actually pinned a link. Expedia is going to be having a celebrity cruise webinar. So if you're interested on kind of like finding out about that cruise line, do your registration. And then you can come and I will be there. Everybody in Expedia will be there and other people. So you guys can come in, check it out. And it's a different, kind of cruise line. If you've never been, I will suggest, it's free of charge. They're not going to charge you for anything, but you at least get to see the product and what specials and things like that, because celebrities coming out with a new sale coming soon. So just giving you the info. So at least you can have the opportunity. I put it out for all of my clients. So I'm giving I'm opening it out for you guys as well. So you guys ready?
Celebrity, hold up. You know that they're doing river cruises now.
River cruises, yes.
I find that very interesting. If you haven't seen it, it's in my news. I put it out there, but I'll tell you what it is. They're doing 10 ships, and they're going to have it all done by 2027.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So because they're smaller. They're smaller.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to build them all at the same port, at the same place. I doubt it, because you have 10 ships. You need 10 spots somewhere around Europe to build them all. So if they want them all done by then, I think, and this is really good news because if you're a I think celebrity, even royal, they're gonna match your tier.
They match your tier.
They do that.
And celebrity does it well. So if there's gonna be a lot of there, that's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be banging. Yeah,
it will be good. But the one thing I noticed, like I said, it is you're not gonna see. You may see no casinos on these cruise ships because the river cruises usually a lot of them don't have casinos because especially in the United States because a lot of states don't allow casinos.
Right.
Especially along like the Mississippi River, you go up that whole thing. Almost all of it, they don't allow you to gamble.
Right. Well, welcome in, Miss Queen of Disney, Miss Samara made it in. And Cruise Nuts, hello. Cruise Nuts, hello, Mike and Tracy. Hello, welcome in. Samara.
And everybody, please do not forget to hit the like button on all our channels. Subscribe.
Look at Samara. Look at she done started already. Is your Carnival cruise called Celebrity? No, love. It's Celebration.
No.
She's like, wait a minute, hold on.
Wait, what? Nah, she got it. She good. She good.
Celebration, you will like that shit. That's a good shit. I was on there already last year, and that was a really, really good.
No, that ship is nice.
Yeah, it's really good. And the one thing I noticed with the Carnival's plus class ships, whatever they call them. Those ships, especially for lunchtime, there's a variety. So you have a lot of places, especially for lunch, to go eat lunch at.
Nice.
That's
real quick before I forget, because I do forget about different things. PK, if you're still here, I did find out the swings on the World America is up to 300 pounds. Because you had that question earlier today, so I did find out.
Oh, so I have like a weight. I mean, I'm assuming they would, but yeah, okay, I got it.
So
I think you get to swing on that stuff.
So on Royal Caribbean, what is the weight limit to go down the slide? Is it 250
for the Abyss?
The slide,
the dry slide on the back.
I don't know. Hello, Joanne.
Hi, Joanne. I don't think I've ever checked.
I mean,
I've done it. I have done it.
I can check real quick.
I'm going on. Actually, I haven't told everybody, so I'll tell you. I'm going on I booked a Royal Caribbean cruise, so no more Carnival on this one. On the Liberty of the Seas, right? So it's a smaller ship because it's doing a short cruise to Bermuda, so I don't have to worry about taking a plane, none of that stuff, which is actually it's good for us.
300 pounds.
So good. See,
he's gonna be ready.
He's ready. I'll get on it, and then my nephew could go right down the slide with me, and
there you go.
I'll try to find a way to hold up the camera. Yeah.
Travel cakes and trips. Yes, there are still cabins available if you wish. You can always contact me, and I'll put in my contact information on the chat so that you can call me or send me an email. I can send you some information on that. Look, she says, I see you wrote group cruise Carnival Celebrity. Did I wrote it wrong?
Carnival Celebrity? Wait, how is it none of us knew that? Like, none of us saw that.
I didn't even. Oh my god.
Oh my god. So she, you know, she was on the right.
Thank you, Samara. Like, what are you talking about? You need to check your spelling.
She was on the right. You know what? With that, we should just go back into our show and just forget about everything else.
I know, right?
Let's just dive into what we got to talk about and just call it a night.
That's part of our.
Look at her now. She's like, I am the queen of speller.
Oh god.
Are you
I added my phone and my email there. You know what? And I can't get out because if I get out, we lose the whole entire thing. So it's gonna have to say Carnival Celebrity.
Are you sure? You can't even put it in the corner where it says edit?
I don't know. Let me see. Can I edit?
Yeah, in the corner where it says edit.
No, that you might be able to do on the right side. Like
there's a little corner that says, mine says edit.
You can't see that. Me and you can't see that. But on the right side at the home screen up there, you might be able to.
I do.
Up there, you can change it.
How long have you been doing this for now? A year and a half?
No, because the thing is that I change it every so often. So I
Ah,
just typed it in before the show.
ah.
There we go. There we go. Do, 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 do,
Oh,
do, do, do,
There,
do, do.
so now it's
there you
all
go.
fixed.
She's thinking about, you know what happened? She was thinking about our celebrity cruise and
Because we were talking about that
we're
in,
talking about that, our celebrity cruise in
see,
June. So
Jesse, that's what I'm saying. Look,
I
oh my
got you.
God.
I got your back. Don't worry about it.
I know, right? All right, guys. So we're ready for the show. We have everybody here. So we're going to go ahead and start the show. Today, we're going to be at the Port of Martinique.
Yep.
And we're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff like history. If you guys never been here and it's your first time, the show, we pretty much go over the ports around the world. Today, we're going to be talking about, like I said, Martinique. We talk about history around the port, the news, shore excursions, and restaurant. And then we open it to the floor. If you guys have any questions, make sure you type it on the questions as we go. And hopefully you guys enjoy this show today as much as we enjoy bringing it to you guys. There's a lot of information involved. So here we go. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I can't wait. So
All right.
let's go. Oh, I love that music, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'd be dancing to every music in here. But today we're going to be talking about the history of the Port of Martinique. And let me tell you guys, I'm a butcher a lot of these names because they're in French. When I was looking through this and I said, how am I going to get through today? You know, but here we are. We're going to get through it and we're going to get through it together. So let's talk a little bit about the history of this port. So it's pre-European contact and early colonial periods. That's how we're going to start. We're going to start back in the time and then we're going to go all the way through today. Trust me, it's not going to take us the whole evening. The island was occupied first by the Arab and then by the Caribs. And they came from Central America in the first century AD, and the Carib came from Venezuela coast around the 11th century. Christopher Columbus chartered Martinique without landing in 1493 during his second voyages, but Spain had a little interest in this territory. You know, somebody's always going to have some sort of interest everywhere. Columbus landed during the later voyage on the 15th of June in 1502, and after 21 days traded wind passage, his fastest ocean voyage, he spent 3 days there refilling his water cask, bathing and washing and laundering. That's kind of interesting, you know, to have all of that stuff there for 3 days doing all of that. On September 15 of 1635, Pierre, the French governor of the island of St. Kitts, which we talked about St. Kitts in another across the way, so you can check that out, landed in the harbor of Saint-Pierre with an 80 to 150 French settlers after being driven off of St. Kitts by the English during that time. Then in 1636, the first of many, their indigenous Kalinago rose against the settlers of to drive them to the island. The French repelled the natives and forced them to retreat to the eastern part of the island. After the death of Dou in 1658, his widow Marie tried to govern Martinique, but disliked her rule and let King Louis to take over the island in 1654. Post the period of 1688, under governor of the Antilles, served at a home port of the French pirates, including the captain. And in later years, the pirate Robert styled his Jolly Roger and black flag for a pirate standing in the two skull label. Guys, I don't even think when we even, the only pirates that I've ever known has been Pirates of the Caribbean, which is the movie. I've never heard of another pirate other than now, when I was actually, getting all this information out to you guys. So this is very cool and interesting to find out, the history of this port and what it became and how it became Martinique, what it is today. And on November 28th of 1717, the pirate Blackbeard, you guys remember that because that came out in the movie, The Pirates of the Caribbean. In his pirates captured a French named La Corde near the island of Martinique in the West Indies after selling her cargo to slaves on the island. Now we fast forward to the 20th and to the 21st century. On May 8th of 1902, Montpellier and completely destroyed the Saint-Pierre, killing 30,000 people, refugees from Martinique, travel by boat to the southern village of Dominica, and some of them remained permanently on the island. The only survivor of the town of Saint-Pierre was saved by the thick walls of the prison cell. In 1946, the French voted unanimously to transform the colonies into overseas department of France. Meanwhile, the post-war period saw growing campaigns to full independence, and notable was the author Aim. These people's name are like, I'm just giving you the first name because if I say the last name, I'm going to butcher it for you guys. Okay, so a little bit further down, in 2009, Martinique was then again part of the French Caribbean general strikes, initially focusing on the cost of living issues and movements soon to talk about racial dimensions, strike challenge, and continued economic dominance. On February 2nd of 2023, Martinique adopted the independent activist flag, symbolism of the three colors of the Pan-Africanism. And that, guys, is what I have for you guys for today. And I did not play this clip, so I'm going to play it now before I actually give it down to Keith for the news. So check this out, guys, because this is something that we're supposed to do at the beginning of the show. There you guys have it. So now we're going to take it to Keith. Keith, take it away.
Hello, everybody. So, what time is it? It's the news time. Let's get this show rolling. So, welcome to the Port of Martinique, it's in the eastern region of the Caribbean. So, the Caribbean, you got all the islands on top, and when it makes that turn, like halfway down that turn of all that whole strip of islands over there, that's where it is located. The weather today was a high of 84, low 77. Gas is $7.20 a gallon, which is $7.51 USD, and their currency actually that might be that's correct, $7.51 USD. Their currency is euro. So they do actually have a pretty decent wage down there. The minimum wage is $11.88 per hour, and today there were 2 cruise ships there. They were somewhere back there in that water right behind me. I mean, I don't know I don't think this is the port, but in the background you see a little dot there for the boats, not the ships. But today we had a P.O cruise ship Iona, and we had a luxury cruise ship Seabourn Ovation. It's not cheap to go on that ship, is it? So let's get on to the next part. Let's bring up some news. I mean, there wasn't no recent news. There was news that happened at the end of last year. It got a little crazy down there. I mean, there were a bunch of protests and all that, but we will get to that in a minute. Let's do this one first. and they want to give me an ad. This what happens all the time. Yes, I don't care. Oh, do more with that. Yes, we will be on that website. Okay. No, okay, here we go. Probably because I double it. So Martinique court dismissal slavery reparations lawsuit. Let's bring this down. Forte, France, Martinique. An appeal court in the French Caribbean island of Martinique on Tuesday dismissed a request from forms seeking slavery reparations in a blow to efforts that began more than 15 years ago. The court provides several reasons for its ruling, knowing that there is a statute of limitations for those crimes, and that the French law already allows the implementation of certain measures meant to bring memorial contribution to the recognition of slavery and the slave trade. So a lot to read over there, but you could just see money out of it or what. So I have another story, which is going to be a 2-page article. The other one is more of the thing. And the other one is, so last year they had some crazy, I mean, after reading the story, they had some wild rides there, everything. Lisa likes to cruise. Thank you for coming in. And anybody else? And nope. Okay, so Lisa likes to cruise and have never been to Martinique. What ships sail here? So from what I looked at the ships today, actually, I looked at what they had. There are some Royal Caribbean ships. You got the P.O Cruises is there. So you're not gonna see like all like sometimes you might not see the major ones because this is for some reason I know you don't see a lot of ships dock. It could be because it might be expensive for the ships to dock there. Also because you see everything is imported there, so this might be like a similar port like Bermuda. Meaning that when you go there, things might be a little bit more pricier and all that, and everything is probably imported because they're part of France. So France is going to send all their stuff there, and that's going to cost some extra money. And let's get on to the next part of the news. And what? Okay, sorry, I was just reading. Yeah, this is the one I had up. So last year they had their riots and everything. There were protests all over Martinique because the French. So let's get after more than 6 weeks protests over high cost of living on the French Caribbean island Martinique. The local professor has signed a deal to cut on food prices. John, yeah, I know it looks like Jean, but remember it's French, so they go John Christophe Baudelaire. I'm trying my best, everybody. I'm trying to put it like in French. France is perfect in Martinique said the deal with a number of groups, including would mean a 20% average cut in prices for 6,000 key imported products. And this is, let's see what they're getting. Photos down here. Food costs more, about 40% more in Martinique than in the mainland on France. So this is just an example that I'm telling you that you can see it's 40% more. So when you go there, it may cost a decent amount of money to go to a restaurant, to go and stuff like that. So things, especially at the restaurants, are going to cost a little bit more. So 80% of the food is imported from mainland France. So the 360,000 people who live in Martinique have to pay about $7.80 for a 250 gram packet of branded ground coffee. So, yeah. So yes, these things are a little bit pricey over there. And let's check the next one. If it let's see. Let me double check. Okay. All right. So there we go. I just want to show you the picture on this other one, which is the same story. We're only able to get 2 stories. There's not a lot of news in Martinique, which is crazy. But oh my God, the restaurants, that was a little tough. I'll explain to you when we get to that in a little bit. So long forbidden French anti-riot force sent to Martinique as thousands defy ban process. So you got, look at this. See, this just looks like it's gonna get wild. I mean, there is a play, but I might play it for a second. So this is Well, let me see what happens if I hit play right here. I didn't even see that before. So let's see. Let's see. Anything? They're gonna give me advertisement. Oh, screw them. All right. So you can basically just what actually happened over there. So basically, there were a lot of riots and everything because they were raising the cost of living, and because everything gets imported into Martinique from France. And let's set this over to Jeffy. Let's go.
So as usual, I'm always dancing to this music. Yeah, yep. I get that syndrome as well. So funny thing, I see Tinkerbell here putting some beaches up here. Stop trying to take my segment away. I'm like, I'll be talking about a few of these beaches too. I got a little list of beaches to go visit. So yeah, around the port, here we are. This is what we're going to be talking about, what to see or what to kind of like look forward to around the port of Martinique. And I do give a little bit of information in this case regarding like the port per se. So there's two ports apparently in Martinique. The main cruise area in this case is where ships will either dock at the Point Simon, which is the main pier that goes down to the downtown area. So it's literally right there. You dock, and there's that downtown area, which is called the Point Simon. There's also the other port, which is Torrelles Cruise Port, and that is a 15-minute walk from that port to the town center. Based on what I understood or what I read about it, the way that it works is that if it's not maybe a ship that's leaving from there, it's maybe one of those cruise ports that's just coming in and you're leaving from Martinique. That's what they use that one for. So as a home port, that would be the port that you will be using, which is the Torrelles Cruise Port. And if you're just visiting, so one of those like a port of call that you're just stopping by and leaving, then they'll use the Point Simon Port, which is closer, like I mentioned, to like that downtown area, which would be Fort de France. Now, places to see here when it comes to Martinique, there are several places to see. All within majority are walking distance, and they're all in Port de France, which would be in this case the downtown area or the main city of what is Martinique. So one of the places to see would be the Grand Merch. Some of these are in French, and I don't speak French, so I'm really sorry about that. Butchering these, and I will practice French. I will promise, because I am going to France in June. So Grand March, it's an indoor market that is very authentic and warm place that should not be missed. This market is filled with souvenirs, traditional Creole arts and crafts. It's homemade liquors, and above all, joy of living, which is definitely a great way to immerse yourself in Martinique's day-to-day way of life. There's also the Malecon, which is a seafront. This is a beautiful waterfront promenade that offers stunning views of the Caribbean Sea and the surrounding city. This is located alongside the bustling coast of Fort de France. The Malecon is a favorite spot for both locals and tourists to take leisurely strolls, enjoy the ocean breeze, and admire the vibrant atmosphere of Martinique's capital. It stretches along the bay and connects with key landmarks, making it an ideal starting point to explore the city. And this is very true because the Malecon connects with the St. Louis Fort, which I will be talking about next. The St. Louis Fort, this is a 17th century fort that was built in 1674. There you go. It was built in 1674 and was listed as a national monument in 1973. The fort has uninterrupted views over the bay of Fort de France and its port. So like the Malecon, you could, from the fort of St. Louis, you could see the port, the Simon Point. There you go. You can see Simon Point, and you can see the downtown view, which would be Port de France from this fort. Now, There's also the Core Perignon Shopping Center. Kind of sort of self-explanatory. This is a 215,000 square foot mall, which is the shopping spearhead of the capital. It's open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Another place to visit would be the St. Louis Cathedral, which is a cathedral that was built in 1891 by Henry Peake. It was built in the Romanesque Revival style and serves as the cathedral of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Fort de France. So, what else we have here? There's also the Schuler Library. I hope I'm saying this right, Lord. Okay, it was designed in 1887 by French architect Henry Peake, which was who also designed the cathedral. This was to accommodate the vast collection of books donated by the French abolitionist Victor Schuyler to Martinique General Council. The library was presented at the Paris Exposition of 1889. Then it was dismantled in several sections and transported by ship to Port de France. With its metal frame and great glass dome, Schuyler Library is the most photographed monument in Fort de France. This particular library is open from Monday through Saturday. It's free admission, so you guys should be, it's free admission, so definitely go ahead and check that out. This reminds me also like the Statue of Liberty that was, built in France and then shipped over. They dismantle it and they send it over, so it's kind of sort of that same concept or same idea. What else is there to do? I mean, there's a park called Savannah. That's like a little area right there also next to the Malecon. So that's something that if you're looking forward to, you could just go ahead and take a stride there. There's several tour areas that are visible, good for doing stuff around this area or further out, because there's the botanical gardens and there's also mountain ranges that you could go ahead and see, as well as some beaches. And I will be talking about those right now. Some beaches that we have here to visit or explore would be the Salines Martinique. There's Anses Colivore. Butchering these, I'm telling you. There's the Ansel Michael. There's the La Pointe Marine. So these are a few of the beaches that I found that would be interesting for you guys to visit. And that's all I have. I mean, definitely this port has a lot to offer. It is very beautiful. And I hope you guys did enjoy this section. I will be putting the links in below in the comment section like I normally do for you guys to check the prices so you guys could check itineraries and anything if you guys want to go ahead and buy tickets to these places that I mentioned. So that's all I have. Definitely enjoy. It was great. Take it away, Keith, with restaurants and excursions. Give us more.
Where's Harlem? Oh, you guys probably didn't hear me. I don't know. Oh, I have it down there. So we're gonna get started with the excursions and restaurants first. And someone's actually missed today. He's always here, so I hope everything is all right with Harlem. So, okay, and let's get started with the excursions first. So there we go. So let's do this. This is a VIP North Atlantic Discovery, the Rural Martinique. So this is $436 per group of two. So it's about like $215. Was it $215? It was 30. So it's $218. So two is about $218 per person. It's a 2 to 5 hours. So if you're at the port for a long time, but also do yourself a favor, is if you book through like a private company, like this company right here, what will happen is if they come back to the cruise late, you will miss your cruise ship, unlike when you book it through the cruise line. So do not forget about that. So let's see the overview, the pictures. Okay. That looks, I'm assuming that's rum because it's RHUM and rum is RUM, 1845. I don't know. that can't be made in 1845. Maybe the first time. If that bottle is made in 1845, you know how much that would be? Whew. It might even be more than a car. So, okay. Or maybe the name of the company is RHUM. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. St. James, St. James. This looks like all like rum and whiskey stuff. So that's actually pretty cool. Let's see where we were going here. Okay. So you're gonna try to make a discovery maximum about an island timing. This tour you might be lucky to walk on the water to reach a bear isle whose causeway opens up with the tides like Mount Saint Michael in France. It is called the Tombolo. Okay, so what is included in this? Bottle of water, private transportation, and everything else on the right is not included. Public washroom, parking, gratuities. Obviously, if you want to give them a little extra gratuities, yes, you can do that. You'll be selecting a pickup place. So, okay, and these are your stops: Chateau Dubois, Rum St. James, and Q2H4 plus PPR. I have no clue how exactly to say that one. Okay, so this is a pretty interesting thing, but I mean, you're only getting 3 stops, so it might not be worth the money on it, but I'm always going to show cheap ones, expensive ones on this. If you haven't came on here before for the excursions, I will always be okay. So let's get this. Okay. Let's do this one next. Half Day Nature and Panorama Tour in Martinique. So let's see. Okay, so you got some. I mean, look at. Obviously, you're gonna need some sneakers. You may even want some like water sneakers, or if you're gonna be walking in deep water like this, those like high water shoes. Okay, the $105 per person. So not bad. I mean, you are going to be outside. So and do yourself a favor. If you have skin color like me or like this woman and these, actually basically the majority of these people in this picture, make sure you have some water with you, like a jug, not a giant jug, but like a little canister, some suntan lotion, and let's see, where are we going here with this? You get some nice scenery over here. This is actually, you see this photo right here? Because I recognize this. If you don't recognize this photo, you'll proud. This photo. I think this is the entire photo, but obviously from a different angle that I found online. So, got a little beach. I mean, it is a really, really like. It looks like it looks like you're going to like the Amazon and all that stuff. The rainforest. So it does look like a place like that. So let's get up to this. Okay, so let's do the next one. The next one you probably all will like. Just checking. So everybody, thank you who's on Instagram side. Thank you all for joining in. If you want to join in chat, please. I left the link in there, and so please come on to the YouTube side, and then we can all join in and have us a party. So this is $69.14 per person. Oh, and here we go. So this is dolphin. It's discovery of dolphins on the Caribbean coast. So you're going to discover some dolphins, wild dolphins. Maybe you see some of these turtles. Just don't get too close. You don't want them to snap at you. So that looks like a whale right there. So it's great photos of those dolphins. And this looks like a little cave. So I know if you have some kids, the kids might want to try to sneak in there, but you don't want to take that chance that they get stuck, or maybe the water takes them under because of whatever. So I wouldn't take that chance going there. So if you've ever been to Bermuda, if you ever go to Bermuda on the Horseshoe Bay, in there, there's in the water, in those rocks, there's actually a secret little like cave in there. Those you don't know. Okay, so this is a 4-hour tour, basically $7 per person. You get to see the dolphins. So snorkel gear and instructor. So you will get snorkel gear. You get some sights. Enjoy a snack. Small group. Honestly, this one's actually worth money more than that $400 one, because they're actually giving you stuff, little snacks and all that. You're not gonna get the gratuities. Well, let's see. What time? This is a morning thing and confirmation, all that stuff. So that's basically it. And the reviews have 95 reviews. It's got 4.7. So which isn't bad. But now we are going to get to the fun part. Now this part right here, this part was a little tough. So brace yourself. It's supposed to be, it came in French, translating to English, so I don't know how it's going to look. Okay, I did not find any Greek restaurants. David Cantrell, thank you for coming in. Anybody else came in that I missed? Oh, okay. So now let's find out, what are we gonna eat? I mean, you go in this place. I mean, let's see. Let's try this one. Restaurant Santa. I can't even pronounce. So this is a restaurant. Oh, I don't know. It says Restaurant Sante, but this is Coco Case. Let's see. Lobster menu. Okay, so this is like a seafood place. It looks like that says lobster menu. The small. It looks like one of those little mom and pop places. It says with the menu. Lobster menu, white sand mat, end of the year. I'm just gonna hit a lobster menu. Let's see. Let's get that going for everybody. There you go through. Yeah. The perfect egg lobster green curry coconut, queen of the Caribbean lobster. Lobster. There's the menu. I'll show you one more. Okay, so we're gonna try a different restaurant, but this is like a seafood place. Cool. I told you it was a little tough doing the restaurants at this hour. So I'm gonna, and definitely, yeah, it does look expensive, but like I say, do yourself a favor. A lot of the restaurants, even the cheaper ones, will be a little bit more expensive. So basically, you gotta put yourself as if you go to a decent restaurant, it's like almost going to a steakhouse in the United States. That's the amount of money you might pay. So it's going to be, because the prices of everything's important. So from the news I told you guys earlier, I think it was the prices were like a 40%. All the food costs 40% more. So you expect the restaurants is going to cost 40% more. Okay, so let's get to the next one. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, Lord. I'm going to just hit this is the one I had an issue with. Anybody? I don't even know what I hit. So let's just see what comes up. And see that next one. I know that one's reservation, that one's contact. So okay, let's try the Lacote. Let's try the first one. Oh, only on the right. Menu St. Valentin. Yeah, that's got to be the menu. I know, it's a little tough. I didn't even see the word menu over there. Now I just saw it. All right, so this one time. Here. Looks like they got a couple of places over there. Okay, here we go. Menu de la Saint Valentin. So I'm gonna put down as local. We're gonna try our best here. Dessert, some chocolate, supreme. I don't even know. It says champagne. This might be a So there's a lot of restaurants. It looks from what I've been looking online are in French. So you may have trouble actually going to some of the restaurants because they are in French. And yeah, let me get this up for you. Oh, I'm just checking one thing here. I want to see if I could get this menu up for everybody without just bring it. But yeah. So if anybody has any upcoming cruises, let us know where you're going. Yeah. So yeah. This other one, it's on letting me. Almost every restaurant I went to was French. It was a little tough today on doing this. So I'm gonna actually bring back everybody back in. So Tinkerbell and Jeff D come back in. It was tough today on the restaurants. That was really tough.
I feel you.
It was crazy.
It was a little tough around, searching.
But Jeff D, you kept saying that one word in French, and it kept sounding like a bad word in Spanish.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You know where I'm talking about?
Malecón.
I'm saying that, and I start laughing because I don't know much Spanish. I don't even know what that means in Spanish, but I know it's a bad word in Spanish.
Well, okay. Well, the malecón is actually like a waterfront. That's what a malecón is in Spanish as well.
Yeah.
So I get where you were coming from. It's okay. Hi, David. Hi.
Hello, David. Nancy, Mama Nancy is also here. Just to answer a question that they had about the travel cake strips, had a question about the exchange. So they use euros, so it's $1 for American to $1. So technically, it's going to cost you extra 4 cents per dollar, which is not that bad as of today. And Margot said that if anybody goes to anywhere, she can go with you so she can translate. So you have a personal translator.
There you go.
Okay, so I just looked it up. I must have added wrong. So it says United States $1 equals 96 cents on euro. So close enough, But yeah.
Look, M is still doing that baguette thing.
I am down. Listen, I'm gonna be stuffing my face with baguettes when I go to France.
I'll be honest. I don't know if that's a point. I'd be like, I want to go there, or this and that. If the ship goes there, it's gonna go there. I'm gonna walk around, do my film, do whatever I have to do. But it's not, to me. It doesn't look like it's not one of those like I want to be there.
Right.
But like to me, like my favorite port is still and will always be Bermuda. That's my favorite port. I love Bermuda. I think you also got to remember, Bermuda is the only port that I know of that cruises go to. If you take a 7-day cruise, you're there for 2.5 days.
Right.
Right.
But think about it. It's a good thing because remember, Bermuda is very expensive. So if you're going on a cruise, even if because some cruises go to Bermuda, they spend 2 or 3 days. So you're Gucci'd up because you don't got to pay for that hotel.
Right. You already have your food. Your food is right there.
Yeah. But Bermuda, which I am going on a cruise to Bermuda in Memorial Day week.
Look at this.
On Royal Caribbean, Liberty of the Sea.
What is this?
Order steak
at the Mancherie. Parlez-vous français?
Oui, right.
I think at the end is French fries.
I love them. Yeah.
Potatoes.
It's supposed to be steak and potatoes.
Yeah, I have no clue. Yeah.
I know a little bit of French and I know some Portuguese because I could defend myself because Portuguese is almost like Spanish.
It's like Spanish. It's very similar to Spanish.
And then when you hear the French, it's almost kind of like Spanish, so you can kind of understand what they're saying.
So you know what the language of Portuguese and obviously it's spoken in Brazil also, right? Mm-hmm. That language when I hear it, it sounds like a combination. It's a mixture of Spanish and French in one language.
Mm-hmm.
Every people talk about. To me, it's just like it's spoken. It comes out like a little bit of Spanish, but the way they say it is like a French way.
Yeah.
I like how M puts in there. French is French. I'm like, okay, yeah, French is French.
Well, no,
like, not like Portuguese.
Look, we gotta bring M. You want to come into the live stream real quick? So M is like, no.
We're like, we.
No, but I'm saying when the French people speak, it's kind of like Spanish, because if you hear them very well, you can understand what they're saying if you're a Spanish speaking person. That's what I meant to say. We have been to Bermuda 5 times. We love Bermuda. Bermuda is beautiful.
So travel cakes, what is your favorite thing about Bermuda? You have one spot, like to me, there's so many places there. I love the caves. I've been there a couple of times. Horseshoe Bay beaches is best. My favorite restaurant in Bermuda is the Swizzle Inn. Every time I go there, I go to the Swizzle. Every time.
No, it's so pretty.
Is there an Across the Waves that was done in Bermuda?
Yeah, we did one in Bermuda.
I think we did one.
I mean, we could always do it again.
Or we could do a revise, a revisit.
Yeah, we could do a revise.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Nancy.
Look at Miss Mama Nancy.
Thank you.
She's trying to get brownie points.
Oh, that's what it is.
No.
She got all the brownie points. That's fine. Thank you, Nancy.
French and Spanish have some same Latin roots. Words and pronunciations are way different. Laugh out loud. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's French, Italian as well. Like if you hear Italian, it's easy to associate with Spanish as well.
Right.
Oh, so
I could give you a couple of basics. All right, I'm going to take you off on that one, Em, because we need to learn before we go there in June.
Yeah.
So talk about cruises. It's somewhat bad news. So
you have bad news?
Oh,
no.
So the Cross the Waves group part of it is going to be canceled because we're all not going to be able to be on the cruise together. Yeah, so I will still be on the cruise, but Tinkerbell will not be there because she won't be able to go. So we decided to cancel the group part of it.
Right.
But you can all come there and hang out with me. You can all come there and hang out, and I will still be there. So
he's still part of the Across the Wave, so you're more than happy to hang out with Keith, and he'll give you a whole bunch of laughs and all of that. But we are going to be doing something again for Across the Wave now that we have Jeffy on board. And we just got to figure out when and what date and all of that. So it all depends on you guys. Maybe we do a river cruise on Celebrity. I'm just. I mean,
listen, don't tell me a good time. Yes.
He's like, wait a minute, hold on.
We're doing this? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Guys, you don't understand. Before the live stream started, right? Keith was saying that he's going to be doing a cruise in June. And we were saying, we were telling what Jeffy, oh no, Across the Wave never stops. We continue to do our shows, blah, blah, blah. And then Jeffy says, we're going to be 6 hours away, which is 2:00 in the morning, our time, 8:00 night, your guys' time.
Well,
we're going to have to figure something out.
We could always change it. Maybe since we always do it 8, maybe we do it at 7 or 6,
We have to figure it out.
I mean, I don't have a problem, but we're definitely gonna have to figure something out.
I know Tinkerbell will be on coffee because Tinkerbell don't drink, but Jeffy might just be drinking his lungs off to stay away.
I'll try to see if I can find like Red Bull or something, like an energy drink somewhere, and be like, yeah, let's go.
Well, the thing is,
that'll be Thursday. So
we're gonna be one of the Wednesdays. We're gonna be on board. And I believe the following. Well, wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait. No. Let me pull up.
This is how it's gonna go for us. On Wednesday, June 4th, we will be arriving to Rome. There is no way.
It'll be then.
We arrive on the 4th.
Well, yeah, I know, but it'll be then Thursday, 2 a.m.
Correct. And then Wednesday will be in port somewhere in the ocean in Italy.
Yeah.
And then on the 18th, we Gucci'd up because we're back home.
We're back, right? So, oh my god.
So
Probably
the fourth,
We're gonna have to figure something out for
the fourth, we're probably going to have a live from the ship. Your time, 2:00 in the morning as of
No.
now. That might
Well,
change,
we'll be
right?
you're gonna be on a
Rome.
ship, right?
We'll
No,
be in
I'm going
Rome.
to be on no, not June 4th. I will be on my ship May 28th, the week before you guys are on your ship. So there's a possibility we can have back-to-back lives on 2 separate ships.
On 2 separate. Oh, I like that. That's interesting.
Ooh.
So I'm still going to be working
Wait a
on
minute,
this
because
cruise.
June 4th, we're just getting to Rome on that day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it'll be the 5th technically because it's after midnight, and we got to wake up early because we got a bunch of stuff to do. So, yeah, I mean, let's do it. We could do it earlier, like Keith said. Maybe we could do it.
Oh, here we are in the Colosseum of Rome.
Sure, here we are in the center of Rome, bringing you live across the waves.
We'll figure it out, guys. We will figure it out for you guys, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Even if Jeff and I have to wake up at the crack of dawn and get the show, and then we go back to sleep for a little bit, and then
for 3
wake
more
up again.
hours.
I mean, I want you guys to enjoy your vacation. So
We'll figure it out.
We could do
Maybe-
it.
maybe we do a special on a Saturday or something, so that it's not dark. I don't know.
We have to figure. Yeah, we'll work it out for you guys. I'm sure we'll work it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anything for the community. It doesn't matter. So.
Nope.
Don't go to Europe now. It's cold there. No, we're not going now. We're going in June.
We'll be going in June, at the beginning of June.
Yeah,
so
it's cold in Europe,
definitely-
but it actually was like 50 degrees today. I think it was
That's
in
not
New
bad.
York. Well, a week ago, it was down to like the teens.
Yeah, I know that Chili's, the person that M is talking about, he was actually on the Eiffel Tower today. He actually did a little live stream from the Eiffel Tower, so that was really cool. I actually
nice.
watched it. It was really nice.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
Muncie.
Look who is here! Can
Muncie.
you believe it?
Muncie.
Holy moly, Muncie, where you been? Happy New Year's!
He's been working. He's working like a dog. They got the whip.
Well, Keith, you might want to re-say what you had to say because Muncie's
so
not here.
Muncie, so it's good news. It's not good news, but it's still somewhat good news and bad news. So the bad news part, the across the waves part of the cruise is going to be canceled, but I will still be on that cruise with me and my family. So everybody who wants to come could still come. We go all hang out. We could go play blackjack together or go to the casino.
I know, right?
But that is actually a point that's an itinerary I'm really looking forward to because I know in Puerto Rico, I want to go. I told my wife I want to go to the Bacardi factory.
There you go.
In Puerto Rico. I mean, to me, if you go to San Juan, that's like a must-do thing. That's like one of those things you must do that to me.
And when you go over there, Keith, if you buy a bottle, you can get it engraved with whatever you want.
Across the waves.
There you go. Yeah.
Right? And I'm also looking forward to going to the private island because I've done a bunch of cruises, but I've never been at a cruise's private island ever. I was supposed to go
That's
one
going to be awesome.
and then it got canceled.
Yeah. So it's not an across the wave. No, it's not going to be an across the wave. Right now, it's just going to be Keith, he's still part of Across the Way, but he's going to be going with his family on the trip. I'm not going to be able to make it for other reasons, work related. So
yeah,
I'm not going to be able to do that. But we will be doing another one down the road. So stay tuned for that one down the road. But I appreciate it. And by the way, Muncie, I have your box ready. So this Saturday, I will be shipping it because Keith gave me your address, so I'll be shipping that box over to you.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. San Juan, you must eat a piragua. That's right. AKA with ice and syrup.
That is right.
That's right.
I'm not Puerto Rican Spanish. I have no clue.
There's other things that you could drink, but they're not.
What is Paragua? What is that?
Piragua? A
Una
piragua?
piragua is a shaved ice.
Shaved ice.
Oh, like
Oh,
I
look,
remember
Monty
at the
said
kids,
that
the
he's
Spanish
still
people
going.
used to make the shave ices at the parks, but
Mhm.
they sometimes put a little extra something else in it.
Oh, well, yeah. So they put syrup in it, like a flavored syrup on it. Well, I mean,
Right.
wow.
Yes, Muncie, you can still book it through me, and you can go with Keith. That's not
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah,
a
yeah,
problem.
yeah. He's more than welcome to come. You know.
Woo! Do we have a Boricua on board now? Do we have a Boricua? Because I think Travel Cake Trips is Boricua, I think.
Well,
I don't know. I see Rico, Puerto Rico. I don't know.
I know I'm not.
I'm all about piragua. I mean,
Wepa! Welcome in.
Yeah.
Welcome in from the island of Puerto
Welcome
Rico.
in, David Cardenelis. Did I say it
David
right?
Cardenales. Welcome in, David.
And
Thank you so much for being here. Actually, guys, this is kind of like breaking news to you guys. I will be going to Puerto Rico next month for a whole week. So yes, I will be over there. I'll be doing a live stream.
So February going or March?
February.
Okay.
I'll be leaving on my birthday, which is February 21st. And I won't be back to the March 1st. Yes, do you? Yes, I am from Caguas, Puerto Rico. Boricua, pa' que tú lo sepas.
Boricua de corazón.
And
now we got Travel Cake Trips. You're like, that's right. Ooh, ooh.
And
nice. I mean, also, it says half of us is Boricua. There you go.
so with that cruise, I'm excited to go on the Mardi Gras because the cruise director is Jackie Tan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had him as a cruise director when he was with Norwegian back in 2019. I had him on the NCL Escape, and I saw him there that day. So after I saw him, I've been following him on Facebook since then, since 2019.
Nice. That's awesome. He's really good. I like him as a cruise director.
To me, he's really he's probably better than I think he's better than all the cruise directors that they have right now going now. You know, all the other good ones all got promoted, you know. So
guys, you know, if you speak Spanish, I'm not gonna say when, but something is brewing for Spanish speaking people.
Puede que sí. We're working. We're trying to figure something out for, you know, maybe like a broad
right.
Our channels.
No hablo español.
No hablo español. Yeah, we're working on possibly doing Jeff and I a Spanish like a Spanish show kind of thing. So we're working on something like that.
I've never heard you speak Spanish. So if I watch it,
I know you're ready. Like, what?
Yeah. Wait, I was about to say you never heard us speak Spanish because we talk Spanish all the time.
Yeah.
Because me and Jackie, we speak Spanish and English, but mostly Spanish. So yeah.
Look, Mercy said mi español no es bueno. I don't know. I wonder if you can, I guess YouTube will translate into English, right?
Oh, I mean,
if you have it, it can. It probably can, yeah. Because I've seen other how do you call this? Other places. If I'm watching it in Spanish, I do see subtitles in English, and if I'm seeing it in English, I can see subtitles in Spanish.
Yeah, but I guess some of the words that we're gonna use are gonna be kind of like weird.
Well, yeah, if I be using my Puerto Rican slang, yeah, they're gonna be like, "What?"
I mean.
Look, put the subtitles on. It'll be
that's your favorite word, right? I mean, thinking para arriba, me thinking para abajo, and I'm like, okay.
Or we're gonna be calling it Brete Central.
Well, see, that's another one of our words. Oh Lord, Jesus, yeah.
See
Look, he's like, you all lost me here.
Yeah, no,
when you learn other languages, like you get taught just the basic language, not what you learn in the streets. You know, it's a whole different story. Like even in the United States, you have different types of English everywhere you go around the United States. You get different English from New York. You go to Boston, down to Florida, probably from where you grew up in Chicago, the West Coast. Like this even parts. I remember the one time I went from New York City. I drove to Watkins Glen. I'm not even kidding you. I thought I was in Texas. The way their accents were all the way up there and all the way upstate New York. I was like, am I in New York? Because they were talking like they were in Texas. I don't know. I was like, what is going on here? That was like when I was like 18, 19 years old. That was the first time I've literally heard that,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
See, she's saying like you could do a Spanglish. We could do Spanglish.
Mira que le metemos al Spanglish también. Claro que sí, le metemos al Spanglish, al English, al Spanish, le metemos a todo.
Yo hablo español muy poca.
I do know some Spanish, but like not to the point where I could communicate. To the point where if I'm at work, I learned from my instruction. So to the point where I'll try to say certain words, and then I do like all these hand signals. I'm like, because they don't understand me. I'm like,
Yeah.
And then, there's been times they've got me mad. They yell at me. It's like, oh, no. I'm like, oh my God. I feel like I'm talking to a wall.
Yeah.
See, sometimes you need to call me in those moments, Keith. You call me, says Jackie, what are they saying, and I can translate.
And then sometimes I'm like, I felt like that they were literally acting like they did not understand me, just so that to play a game with me.
Oh no! See?
So travel cake shirts put here. PR people use lots of hand signals.
They really do.
Yeah, they talk with their hands. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Oh my God, that is too.
And they sometimes talk.
Something is brewing. We've been talking about it. We just don't know when we're gonna launch it, but we are brewing a Spanish, kind of like, I guess, channel, you can say, or live.
Channel, or it's like saying maybe like Across the Waves, but maybe like a Spanish version of it. Or something similar to what Across the Waves is, kind of like keep the idea concept, talking about cruises, maybe cruise ports and stuff like that. And we're just trying to see how we put ideas together and make it happen. So that's pretty much what it is.
So we're gonna see how it works, because we got to figure out, in Spanish, the Spanish community, trying to hit the Spanish community and bring something out to them.
Vaya, que las madres hablan de la chancleta. Oh my God.
I'm assuming travel cakes in Spanish after she seems like she knows a lot about Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, Emma's over there. Emma's saying that she learned Spanish in Guatemala.
Yeah, I read that.
What were you doing in Guatemala? I mean, she's a Guatemala.
Emma's been all over the place. Yeah.
No, I don't think she's from Guatemala, but Emma's been all over the place.
I mean, I'm not travel. She lived all over the place. It sounds like I remember she said she lived in the Bahamas, right? Then she lived in the Bahamas.
She's been to the Philippines.
Wow.
She's been around.
Very well traveled. That's good.
That's what I love about this community. You got people that have been around, and it's nice to know. And this is part of the Across the Way for the people that are here new today. If there's a port that you see that or have some knowledge of, just let either Keith, Jeff, or I know, and we can bring you on Across the Wave, and you can talk about, we'll give you a segment so that you can talk about your port, and that'll be great.
Yeah,
and
so
you can give your experience and how you felt.
If there's a port that, say you have a cruise coming up and you want to know about the port, let us know, and we can make adjustments to bring that port in there for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's funny that you mentioned that, because we do actually have a port that we're going to be talking about soon that we will be visiting as well. So,
what port?
We have.
Hold on,
let me look it up.
Well, our next port is Palma de Mallorca.
Which is
in España.
That's one of them that we're going to be visiting.
Where is that? Is that
Palma de Mallorca? It's in Spain.
España.
España.
Es en España. But yeah, so Palma de Mallorca is one of the ports.
Emily wants us
to Madre Patria España.
Oh my God! And Africa and Kenya, what the heck? Emily, you've been traveling, girl.
In Kenya, what were you?
Listen,
I mean,
so we should have
like
we're gonna have an across the waves where we just talk to M.
those like those healthcare people who go around the world. I will
Like a travel nurse or something.
You know what? We should jot these information down so that we have M accountable to come in across the wave and talk about those different ports.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm like,
in Spain, el bocadillo is actually a big sandwich. Yep. Un bocadillo.
Dame un bocadillo. Un
Like
bocadillo.
come out with a big old
Y yo no sé de qué son. Bueno, pues me pido uno.
Bueno, pero hay bocadillos de diferentes clases.
Por eso que te digo. Por eso, see, this is how it goes. So you see,
I have no clue.
that's how we talk every day, all day. That's it. We Spanish, English.
That there's different sandwiches of different types. Right. You see, you get me in the Spanish and forget it. I just roll with it.
Ay, perdón. No, but
oh my god, yeah. It's already been 11 minutes past the hour.
I was gonna say. So thank you, everybody.
So
thank you, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed Martinique
in Spain. So that will be fun.
We will be going to Palma de Mallorca next weekend. Super excited.
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah. I will probably be doing my research this weekend.
I don't know about you, but I know what I'm doing next weekend. Sadly, I have to watch the Super Bowl because obviously I'm I have to watch the Super Bowl. And remember, the refs are fixed. Anyone out there, refs are fixed. Okay,
right? Of course,
I will get you guys started. Have you seen? But I have to root for either the Chiefs or the Eagles, and I'm a Giants fan. This is horrendous. This is like the worst nightmare that could ever happen. You know, I mean, it couldn't be like I was rooting for Buffalo because I didn't want to have to root for the Eagles. I mean, this is horrible. I don't know who to root for. You know?
Well,
I'm going to root for the money. That's it.
Thank you, Travel Cake Strips, for subscribing to all of our channels. We truly appreciate it. Welcome in, Anthony on the move.
Thank you.
Welcome in. So, this is our end of our Across the Wave. We'll see you next week at the Port of Spain in Palma de Mallorca. We're going to be here at 8 p.m. I do have a show coming in on Tuesday. I still don't know what the show is going to be about, but keep an eye on my channel because I will put it out there. I guess I'll see you guys next week. And thank you so much for being here. May God bless each and every one of you guys. Please stay safe. I love you guys all to the moon and back. Toodaloo.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.